Hello, and welcome to Digging in the Dome.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Jesus Christ. Chet.
The Chet, let me tell you, the reaction to the Chet Hanks breakdown has been fantastic.
Oh, man. Seriously.
Like, so many people at work didn't know. Like, I was surprised that so many people didn't know who Chet Hanks was.
Well, technically you shouldn't, because he hasn't done anything of note.
Are you kidding me? How dare you disparage White Boy Summer? and his introduction to his father at the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
My fitty father, Tom Hanks. What?
Tom Hanks tried to bury him in the yard several times.
I'm sure.
At least acknowledging his existence anyway.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
That's so funny.
I can't believe that whole the entirety of the video of White Boy Summer is just his face getting pummeled by thong-clad asses.
Man, if I had Tom Hanks' money too, I would. How much for the asses? I want all of them.
What did you do with your trust fund money? Well, I spent it on
the world's biggest Jamaican flag.
Yeah, a giant Jamaican flag, Jamaican patois lessons, and
90 asses,
and lots of asses smashing me in the face.
It's like the bad guy from South Park that was like the island of Dr. Moreau, where he just kept making animals with more and more asses. He's like the 9-assed monkey.
Exactly.
He just wants all the ass.
I mean, we can understand that. I could all commiserate with Chet Hanks' desire for lots of ass, but
Speaking of things that are ass, can I talk about baseball real quick?
Sure you can.
So
fuck you, Phillies.
Not necessarily the Phillies and their ineptitude, although I do feel that the entire city of Philadelphia owes Gabe Kapler an apology.
Yeah.
Because they fucking ran him out of town. They were like, this team's 500 and it should be better. And he went to San Francisco and they're like in contention in one of the toughest divisions in the league.
With the fucking Dodgers
and the Padres. And then the Phillies, 500 once again.
Fucking Christ.
At best 500.
Yeah, they're
worse than 500
right now. They're like 2 games under 500.
Yeah. So, but I wasn't specifically talking about the Phillies, just something in general that's been bugging me about the game of baseball. And you and I grew up like baseball was probably, at least when we were younger, probably our favorite sport.
Yeah. For sure.
Not so much anymore. Which is kind of why I wanted to talk about this with you. So a couple weeks ago, there was an incident where one of the younger up and coming players for the White Sox, he's a catcher and his name is slipping my mind right now. Yermin Mercedes. So Yermin Mercedes comes up, they're winning the game. Mm-hmm. It's a 3-0 count. Mm-hmm. And he swings at the 3-0 pitch and crushes it, hits a home run, and he's like celebrating and stuff like that.
Sure.
Tony La Russa, old fuddy-duddy Tony La Russa, who's been managing in baseball
forever,
for a million years, is the manager of the White Sox. Mm-hmm. So he gets mad at Yermin Mercedes
for
hitting a home run in a game that they were already winning because he, violated this unwritten rule of baseball that if you're winning by a significant amount, you're not supposed to swing at a 3-0 pitch. And he did that. He hit a home run for his team and his own manager got mad at him for doing it. And this old school mentality about baseball is totally what's ruining it.
Right.
And it's like it's been surpassed now. Like I was saying, it was our favorite sport probably growing up. And now it's third out of the 4 major sports now. I mean, football's first for sure.
Number one.
And I believe that basketball's past number baseball 2 at this point. And it's that old, like, curmudgeon-y, like, fuddy-duddy mentality about, it's not a rule, but it's an unwritten rule. You're not supposed to bunt against the shift. You're not supposed to swing at a 3-0 count. You're not supposed to steal a base when you're up by a significant amount.
Because now, you know what? Because relief pitchers can't come in and completely fuck you. It's like, I could have gotten that run. Instead, my fucking
pitchers give up 9 runs.
Hector Neris came in, gave up 12 runs in the 9th inning. But extra run could have saved my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking bullshit.
You think, you can't celebrate, you can't bat flip against a pitcher, or you're going to take one in the fucking back. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't get that, man. Just like, I got the best of you this time. I'm going to sell it. Let the game be fun, man. You're playing a kid's game anyway.
This is the same shit where like the NFL for a while were like, no more celebrations in the end zone. They're like, why?
Yeah.
Like I just scored a touchdown. It's one of the hardest things to do. I just outran all these really athletic motherfuckers and scored a touchdown.
Who are trying to murder me.
What would be like this? Would be like, yeah.
All right. Did that.
Did it. Yes.
So like, I just hate that old school mentality about baseball. And I think it's ruining it.
Yeah.
And the thing that sucks is that when baseball was like, in the steroid era, when Sosa and Maguire were going for the home run chase, everybody was glued to their TVs, man. And it took that to like resurrect baseball. And now it's just going down the shitter again. Cause you still have these old heads that don't want brown people to have a good time on the base pass.
No
Fernando Tatis, one of the up and coming stars, isn't allowed to do a bat flip and celebrate when he hits a home run, or Jazz Chisholm, the second baseman for the Marlins, like blue hair, black dude who's awesome, steals bases like every time he's on the base path, and they like want to curtail that. It's just like, why are you taking pure joy out of baseball and making that this old curmudgeon-y, just that mentality it just irks me, and it's why baseball is like third out of the four major sports right now.
I heard a clip online of Tony La Russa and Davey Johnson saying that they were being too, and I quote, uppity.
Did they actually say that?
No,
but I believed it. So it's not that far. It's not that far off.
You're like, what? Like, no, I didn't say that. But guess what?
I thought I'd seen.
I guarantee you. I spun that roulette wheel. I could have been right. Like they probably didn't record them, but they could have been like behind closed doors.
That conversation.
Oh yeah.
But I remember my uncle, Sam's dad, who is a baseball purist. Yeah. And I remember him getting mad at people doing the wave at during a baseball game, because that type of action isn't meant for a baseball game. Like the wave is that's a football game thing. Do the wave at the football game, not at a baseball game. What am I supposed
to wear a suit and just sit there like?
Well, I mean, if you look at old footage of baseball games,
man, they're really just a second away from saying, get these brown people out of my game. I want it to be white again.
So I just don't get that, taking the pure joy out of the fun things about baseball, home runs and stolen bases and stuff like that. And just some of the rule changes and things that they're doing. And it's just like, they're doing all the wrong things to like,
they're not going to keep people engaged. I mean, the benefit they have right now, or the tailwind they have, is everyone's going to want to go watch something live, right? So like now, like I think the stadiums are opening back up in June, right?
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
we're recording this on Memorial Day,
which means that we have to go to a Phillies game, by the way.
So
we can even if there's wave. We'll boo and wave. Say fuck everybody. But you're right in that like that's going to wane at some point. They're going to get back because we're getting back to normal.
Yeah.
And then people will be like, all right, well, this kind of sucks. Now you're making it boring. Again, you're making it more boring again. Now I've ran the I want to go out and do something kind of energy, and now I'm going to go back to this kind of sucks.
Yeah, this product is watered down.
This is the opposite though of like, it's funny too, because when you said it, like I was like, yeah, it is taking the fun out of it. Then I thought about when Vince McMahon tried to start the XFL and like he had like nicknames, he hate me on the back, like they're doing like pile drivers on people, like picking them up, like power bombing them.
Well, that's why I was brought up the steroid era. Was like, dude, I don't care if you have I think there was a comedian, I can't remember his name, or I would give him credit. He's like, I don't give a fuck if Barry Bonds comes out with a fucking tail. He's like, let them take all the drugs they want, dude. Yeah. They just want to see dingers, man. And now look at what they fucked with the balls, and now there's been 6 no-hitters in like the first 2 months of the season. Like
don't
never
fuck with
happened.
The balls.
Yeah, don't fuck with the balls.
Leave the balls.
They drained
alone.
the balls. They drained the balls, and now their product is limp.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it was bugging the shit out of me, just because like I'm sitting there, and normally, especially when I was growing up, like if there was a baseball game on, I would watch it on TV. Like, and it's hard, one, because the Phillies are just atrocious
right now.
But two, it's just like, it's just not that one. They do have something like, or someone who's really exciting to watch them play, and they try to like curb that excitement.
Yeah, they're like, no, everyone just calm down. It's like, why? I just hit a home run.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude, if I hit a bloop single in an MLB game, I'd fucking do cartwheels around the base paths. Because I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be like, yay, I did it.
They didn't make me go chase my foul ball.
Exactly. Exactly. I wouldn't be going into the stands grabbing foul balls back from people that caught them.
This is my job, damn it. Take it seriously.
Oh man, you know what a buzzkill I'd be if that was my job, to go into the stands and take a kid catches a ball. Dad, look what happens. I'm like, yuck.
There's a buzzkill for everyone. Buzzkill for you. Buzzkill for them.
I'm sorry. These balls are expensive, so that was the ironic. It's like, these balls cost nothing.
Yeah.
Go into the woods. I really do think they wanted me to die. They're trying to kill me. But you mentioned Tony.
You see the bus leave coming out of the woods.
Hey, I'm chasing it with like rerun with baseballs. I'm like chasing after the bus. The one arm waving. I dropped the balls. Shit.
It's funny.
Oh man. So, you mentioned Tony La Russa. I don't know why I forgot. I just remembered this. And it's a weird thing about when you get older, there's like two different paths your hair can go. Like you got bald, right? So that happens. But there's also, I guess 3 technically. You go gray. Like people like Steve Martin went gray way, way young. Like he's like
white gray,
like 20s or something like that, 30s. And some people just get crusty old hair that doesn't get dark. It's the same color, but it looks like it's starting to get brittle. So my station manager at the college radio station at Rowan, he was that guy. He was like 75 years old, but his hair was like thick brown and just looked like it was falling apart. Like it was just like if you touched it, it would like shatter.
It's probably like years of using like some weird product, like pomade or something.
Yeah, Brill cream.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guy smoking a cigarette while he's talking about it.
That's another thing too, is like people smoked like motherfuckers back then. That shit all goes right into your hair. Do you ever see somebody who has gray hair that's been smoking forever and it's yellow? Because of cigarettes.
Yeah, it's like when I went to South Street to get my hair dyed. It's that yellow, canary yellow. So with our M&M phase.
Oh Jesus!
Eek.
Yeah,
it was not good.
So baseball. Get your fucking shit together. Let the kids have fun, man. It'll be so much better for
Please. So went to first time and
speaking about getting out,
14 months. First time I had to travel somewhere.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, besides like the regular
vicinity.
area. Yeah, so I had to go to lovely Rochester, New York, home of Kimberly and Beck.
What a bummer that is for the first trip out of the COVID.
Hey, where did you go on your first trip? Jamaica? No. Punta Cana? Nope.
Oh, nope.
Tijuana? California? Rochester. I went to Rochester. You went to what?
I'm surprised it wasn't snowing.
Oh, dude, it was close. It was 35
like
degrees in Rochester. I was like, it's May. I'm like,
it's not just May. It's the end of May.
It's the end of May. Yeah. We got there. And I shit you not. So the drive up was beautiful, except for the fact that this is gonna be a nice tie-in to our one of the things that we're gonna talk about today with the topic randomizer. But I'm all geared up. I fucking pack all my stuff up. It's a 5-hour drive, so I drove instead of decided to fly because it was like a beautiful day.
Oh yeah, and why you want to deal with an airport if you don't have to?
Fuck that. So I said I'm gonna drive it 5 hours, no big deal. I leave at like 8 a.m, get on the road, get to 476. And which is if you don't know the Northeast area, it's like one of the main roads. The Northeast extension kind of takes you up to where you can get onto 81, which takes you into upstate New York. Yeah, it's an extension of the
Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Precisely. So I get onto 476, and I literally get on. I'm on the highway, and all of a sudden it just stops. Now I've geared up. I'm somewhat, I guess you could say that I was a little bit excited. I'm like, oh, I'm back on the road again, kind of thing.
On the road again. And then you hit traffic immediately.
Not just traffic. I was in a parking lot because there was a major accident on 476, and it shut down the whole thing for an hour.
Shit.
So now what I've already done is I've eaten breakfast. I've got a big thing of water in there, so I'm like drinking water, and I've got coffee, and I'm like crushing coffee. So as you could tell, I had not taken a shit yet.
Okay.
and I'm in dead stop hour traffic, and I just feel the rumble in the Bronx happening downstairs. I just got, you hear, Chewbacca is going on. Yeah. I was like, I'll tell you something, dude. It was touch and go. It was like, because it was literally an hour of just sitting there. Couldn't move because they had to clear all the it was a bad accident. And finally, things started opening up. And when I tell you the first rest stop, I fucking stiff-legged my way in there, and I fucking destroyed a rest stop bathroom.
There's nothing worse than rest stops.
Oh,
man. We should just go right into the topic randomizer. There's a perfect segue.
Yeah,
because
dude, it is
the rest stop is just
it's the worst.
It's really bad. And I know because I've traveled to and fro Pittsburgh, and it's the turnpike the whole way. And your only availability, and you're in the fucking cow pastures in the middle of nowhere driving to Pittsburgh from Philly, and your only bastion is these despicable, deplorable rest areas.
It's fucking basically gross, man.
Truck stops with Burger Kings attached to them.
Well, and it was the. I think the one that I got to, because it took me a minute.
Sharing a toilet with every trucker in the fucking Pennsylvania.
Yo, if you don't think, let me tell you what, my F-45 training paying off from all the squats I do, my ability to hover, I'm just in a seated, my wall sit skills I'm like, I was like holding over it because I didn't want to touch that thing.
I tell you what, I in the cell phone era, I have come to a much bigger appreciation of the sit down on the toilet, even when peeing. I don't care. I want to look at my phone.
Yeah.
So you've got to take a leak. I'll sit down. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Who cares?
But having when you're at a rest area and having the option to stand and take a leak is glorious.
Yes.
So women, I feel bad for you when you have to use a rest area or porta potty.
Oh, dude, a porta potty,
something like that, where you gotta,
man, no.
Yeah. See, that's when standing is cool.
Yeah.
Hovering, like you're pulling your panties up over your knees. So
dude,
don't piss on your own fucking underwear. Like,
oh my God,
women got it rough.
The only one that rest area I want to say that I thought was, and it was like a porta potty situation was, and I think I might have mentioned it before. It was a 4th of July celebration at the Art Museum in Philadelphia. They had a one of those like
trailers
truck.
Yeah,
dude, that thing fucking all porta potties should be that. All of them.
Like, I remember that, dude. That thing was awesome. It was like a Charmin like tractor trailer converted into like bathrooms.
I was like, yes.
It was so nice.
Always this, please. For the love of God. Dude.
Oh, there you go.
No, sorry. I was fixing something.
You jumped the gun.
It's all
good.
right. But no, but like I remember going in there and it was like an actual bathroom. I was so excited. I was like, this is amazing. And then but then you like you said, you go to a fucking
truck stop
or something like that, and it's just like people scrawling on. I mean, who does that anymore? What the fuck? How old are you? I know it's not like kids doing it. I guarantee you, it's someone like scraping it into the wall because you're taking a long shit.
Even like sharing a work bathroom with people, like you don't have an office anymore.
Nope.
But like I remember going into the bathroom at my office, in my previous existence, my previous job, and like there being like boogers, like that people have like picked their nose while they're taking a shit and then wiped it on the wall like a child.
You're savages. And it's like bad enough.
You're an adult in a shared bathroom situation. You're wiping your bugs on the wall. You fucking monster.
I really think that, so one time I would advocate for cameras in the bathroom. I want to know who's doing that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll blur out everything else. I just want to see who's fucking dropping a fucking, like a fucking slug trail down right next to the toilet paper.
Disgusting.
It's gross. And dude, actually reminded me really quick before I hit the randomizer drop, but it reminded me, and I think you remember this too, when we were working at Keene. I remember somebody was taking like the gnarliest shit ever in that bathroom. And I just peeked underneath and saw the shoes. And then I was like walking around trying to fucking peep out.
Shoe hunter.
I found him. I found them. I was like, you dirty motherfucker. It was deplorable.
Oh, man.
Deplorable. Really, really stinky poo. All right.
Speaking of which, Topic Randomizer, here we go.
Here we go.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Step right up and play the game. Be a winner. Step right up for the greatest show in town.
Man, that just gives me fucking anxiety every time I play it. It's like, yeah, I know bad things are coming.
Speaking of anxiety, so we, on the last Topic Randomizer, it came up Double Dare. We did the hot chip challenge.
Oof, man, those pork rinds still haunt my nightmares.
We talked about how like awful the pork rinds were that we ate and how they continued to settle with us for several days.
Settle?
Well, tried
Making
to
its
settle.
way out.
But we were rolled the Topic Randomizer. It came up Double Dare again. So I had gotten some feedback that we were huge little bitches for thinking that Doritos were that hot Doritos were hot. So I was going to order the one chip challenge. For this Double Dare.
I saw that the box that it came in. I was like, it was basically fuck you. I quit. I'm like, no.
It looked like a headstone.
It did. It looked like a coffin. It came in a coffin. When you get a chip that comes in a coffin, you don't eat it.
Yeah. So
you give it to your enemy.
Thankfully, it was sold out, and they were like $40 a chip on Amazon. So fuck that.
Yeah. No, thank you.
So we decided, because of our horrible experience with the spicy pork rinds during the last Double Dare.
That was bad.
We decided that we would dare each other to share a story in which we were close to or did shit ourselves.
Oh, man.
As a result of some sort of problem that occurred, possibly pork rind related.
No, mine wasn't.
But the rest area segue is perfect.
Yeah,
at least for my story anyway.
All right. Well, I mean,
we're going to flip a coin.
We got to flip the old coinaroo and see who's going to be going first. Would you like to flip, or you want me to?
I'll flip it. You call it.
All right. I'm going heads.
It's tails.
All right. So.
All right. I'll go first.
All right. Kevin's up.
So, my tale of woe was related to the Turnpike, the Pennsylvania Turnpike, the aforementioned Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Was this on one of your many trips to Pittsburgh?
Yeah. So it was myself and our friend Steve Harding.
Okay.
And we were driving out to go to a Penguins game. So it's about a 4.5 hour drive, 5 depending on traffic. So about what it takes to go to Rochester is what it takes to go from Philly to Pittsburgh.
Yep.
So we're in the car, drive out.
What time? So what?
No
just
issues.
to set the stage here. When did you leave? Like in the morning? What time did you leave?
It was first thing in the morning.
Okay.
8 o'clock.
Okay.
Drive out, no issues. Stay at my parents' house. Go to the game that night. Drive back the next morning, probably around 10 o'clock. Right.
Yep.
So we're driving back from Pittsburgh to Philly, and they're doing construction on the Turnpike.
Shocking.
So what they were actually doing was they were actually renovating some of the rest areas because they had become so disgusting and awful and horrible.
There's too many boogers on the wall. We have to blow this whole thing up and start over again.
So they were working on it.
Okay.
So we're about halfway through our trip. It's around lunchtime. And again, I said previously, your options are limited when you're on the PA Turnpike.
Yeah.
Like it's either get off at an exit and find something off of that exit, or stop at one of the rest areas and eat there.
Yeah.
So stop at one of the rest areas and we go to Sbarro. So for those of you who don't know what a Sbarro is, Sbarro is the, I I wanted to say the McDonald's of pizza, but that would be giving Sbarro too much credit. They're the White Castle. They're the White Castle of pizza.
Yeah, dude.
They're Italian. It's fast food Italian.
Dude,
food.
I've had better pizza at 7-Elevens in those little like containers where they. Yeah, it's not good.
Sbarro's terrible. Again, options were limited. Wanted to just grab a quick slice,
right,
and get out of there. Right.
Sure.
So we chose Sbarro. It was a poor choice. So, yeah, you remember the guy from Indiana Jones?
Oh, yes,
the guy
you have chosen poorly.
And the guy's like,
I'll throw that in.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, face melting away. That's what's going on the inside of Kevin's stomach.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what was somebody opened the Ark of the Covenant inside of my body.
Your tummy.
So I'm I was just thinking of that guy. What is happening to me?
Yeah, that's what you're thinking when you're driving. You're like, oh.
So we get back in the car. We're driving. Mm-hmm. And things started burbling. And I'm like, oh, this is bad. Mm-hmm. Now, what I had said previously was they were doing construction. And what they were doing was renovating the rest areas. So what that meant was several of the rest areas were closed.
Oh, no.
So there would normally be a rest area that I would already not want to shit in, but at least it would be an option, is no longer an option.
Right.
What I didn't realize that there would have been a sign prior to our stop at Sbarro's at that rest area that there are quote unquote no rest areas for the next 100 miles.
100 miles? Oh man.
100 miles.
You don't have to shit and find out that it's going to be an hour and 40 minutes.
So this isn't one of those. Okay, I'll just, kind of pinch it off and do whatever. And this is it's getting to emergency. It's
like
emergency.
they were charging the gate.
It's the troops are coming.
The insurgency is occurring.
And I was still trying to fight through it. Right. I'm literally, I'm driving.
Are you buckling?
I'm doubled over.
So wait, how far were you into the 100-mile stretch?
I probably got about 45 minutes in. So you were hanging tough for a bit. 40 miles. Yeah. But I still got another 60 miles to go before there's another bathroom.
Oh.
And it's just nothing but woods and trees and stuff like that. So my buddy Steve is laughing his ass off the entire time. He's like, this is great. You're going to shit your pants. It's going to be really funny. And I'm like, I'm not fucking shitting my pants. I'm like, I'm fucking stopping. I can't fucking take it anymore. Right. So I pull over onto the fucking side of the turnpike. I pulled onto the grassy area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just going to fucking find a tree and I'm just going to fucking shit behind this tree.
Yeah.
And what I didn't realize was I get to the first tree and there's an access road behind it. Mm-hmm. And then up on the hill, there's a farmhouse. So it was I wanted to be hidden from places where cars could see me going by.
Oh, what? You didn't want people to see you taking a nature shit?
So I'm like, I go to get behind the tree and I see access road. I'm like, fuck, there's a road here. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, so I got to go beyond that road. Mm-hmm. So I had to hop a fence while I'm milliseconds away from shitting my pants.
Oh,
at this point, Steve watches me hero roll over this rickety metal mesh fence, and he's just losing his crying his eyes out.
Oh no.
So I go across the access road, go hunker behind another tree, and Steve starts blowing the car to get people to pay attention to me taking a shit to people on the turnpike. I just go back to the tree, down like a wall sit, you you would do and I'm like, pants around my ankles, pull everything forward like a girl taking a piss in a porta potty at a concert.
Right. You unleashed hell.
Oh man, mustard gas, man.
Oh.
It was dude, horrible. And then I had to do the hero move of taking off my now I'm naked from the waist down, and pants and underwear are off.
Yeah.
I take the underwear and wipe my ass with my underwear.
Gotta do it.
And sacrifice that to the woods.
Yeah, exactly.
And now I'm free balling the rest of the way home.
Yes.
With my friend who cannot stop laughing.
Oh, dude, you're never hearing the end of that. You're going to hear it the remainder of the drive.
Exactly.
Well, the worst. So like that's.
And then I'm like, of course I'm like, I'll just drive this car right into a bridge. Like,
I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Stop talking about it. Yes, I know. I had to shit.
You tell anyone, I will kill us both. I swear to God.
Dude, you know, actually, he's not being smart, because I'm sure that one day he'll want to go to another Penguins game. You guys end up in it. He'll end up getting like a big Montana from Roy Rogers or Arby's or some shit like that. And next thing you know, he's gonna be like, oh,
he's gonna put,
and he'd be like, all right, yeah,
put X-Lax in his fucking
exactly
coffee.
How's it feel? Fucker.
But yeah, there was him blowing the horn while I was trying to squat behind the tree.
Dude, nothing would have made me happier if a cop would have pulled over to ask Steve what was going on. Oh, my friend had a bad slice of cigar as he's taking a shit by that tree over the access road.
They shoot me.
Yeah, exactly. Take 5 in the chest. Like, thank you. Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm white. It's okay.
Oh yeah. They'd be like, "That's okay, sir. We understand." Yeah.
So that was my. I was.
That's bad.
If I might have tried to stick it out or get off an Exeter, but there was
nothing.
Like,
well, I know that drive is it's all like
in my mind. It was just endless. You know what I mean? I was like, this. I'll never.
There's no chance.
Yeah. So it was. Shit in the woods.
That was your
shit
choice.
My pants.
Well,
so I chose woods.
Well, so I got to ask the obvious questions, because obviously the underwear was ruined and that's gone. That's it is. But prior to that, did you have any farts where a little bit of the came out? Nothing.
Full on squeeze mode.
Okay, so you were able to keep that sphincter closed.
Yeah, up to the point of where it was like DEFCON 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, it's just there's no holding back at this point. You know, it's just like Hodor is holding the door as much as he can, and eventually it's going to give.
Yeah.
But no, there was no sharding involved. Thankfully.
Well, that's good. Good for you.
Yeah, no, I did end up wiping my ass in my own underwear, so that's not fun.
So no. And then you had to fucking
toss that away.
The freedom of commando style.
I should have brought it back and thrown it at Steve.
Yeah, you really should have smacked him in the face with it for being so mean to you. Take that.
Oh man.
Shit.
You're up.
Man, I've never told this one before. So this is very embarrassing. So we had a conference for work at the Fontainebleau in Miami. Okay.
Was this Smash Mouth?
No,
okay.
This is not. We have, because it's like and this is not like a secret or anything like that, because we want to write the meeting off, write the conference off from a tax perspective. It's not just like an awards trip. We have general sessions.
Right, you got to make it like a learning burst.
So it's not just all people partying, getting hammered at the pool.
Right.
Although we're changing it now so that people can just go get hammered. It's pretty great. But this particular time, and this is Miami, so people are going fucking wild.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about. So for people that don't work in corporate type stuff, or especially with bigger companies, when companies take you away, they will give you enough rope to hang yourself with.
Oh my God, yes.
So they will just say, we're going to allow you to have certain freedoms for the next couple of days. And they were like, behave yourself, because if you don't, you will lose your job.
I have had as a leader, I've sat people down to the first, it's literally this, someone getting it's like, listen, this isn't hedonism.
Yeah.
Don't fuck somebody at the pool. Don't, seriously, you have to have
these, it's like, why do you have are you an adult? Why do I have to have this conversation?
Yes, you do. Because they're I just got done, they're celebrating, and it's salespeople. So it's just a bunch of hot people. Yeah. And then if you go into Miami and you're at the Fontainebleau, it's exponentially worse. Yeah. So you're like, listen, man, I know what you're going to want to do. Don't fucking do it. I don't want to have to like come and rescue. And believe me, I've had times where I've had to rescue people from themselves.
I told you about the guy that smashed up the Hershey Hotel at our Christmas party.
Yeah.
And I had to talk him down.
Yeah.
Which was fun. I had to do it 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, dude.
People are crazy, man. They don't get it. Like,
well, everybody is. This conference is like salesperson Rumspringa. They're like, they just start going fucking off. And you're like, guys, it's not like you've never been out to a bar before.
Seriously.
Calm down.
Yeah.
But anyway, one night it was getting particular. And this, of course, was the night before general session. In general session, you have to stay there for a half a day.
Right,
basically sit in this room.
You don't want to be hungover for it because it's boring as shit.
And I was extremely hungover. Like we got fucking lit. And it was like, it was one of those nights where all drinks were accepted. Like, so it was just like tequila shot, fucking Goldschlager for some reason, cause someone said, hey, let's drink gold, like drinking all kinds of dumb shit. Right. And then the next morning I woke up and I'm like, oh no. and I was still extremely drunk.
Oh yeah, one of those like I'm not even hungover yet.
No,
I'm not going to get hungover until like mid afternoon.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drink my way through it to get out of this. So we go into this general session room, right? And they always like because they want to like make it kind of there's a little bit of pomp and circumstance to it. So they've got like theme music. And it's like this heavy bass.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not Miami. Right? And for whatever reason, that is what like was the trigger for my drunkenness to turn into full on hangover mode. Right. And they have like food out there. It's like buffet eggs and stuff like that. And I'm just stuffing.
Just thinking of being hungover.
I gotta put something
with bass in your face.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Bass and eggs.
I lasted about 30 minutes. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I was like, I went like that. And it was just like I had a
like somebody like hit the top of a spray paint can.
Yeah. My asshole had pre-cum. It was like, it just shot a little bit of pre out. And I was like, oh, right. So like, I immediately get up and like, say, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Like, my way through, trying to get out of that.
Stiff arming old ladies.
Dude, I walked very, very quickly, gingerly out to the, and the bathroom, of course, was like nowhere nearby. I had to like make my way.
You had to book it across the hall.
Now, the hilarious part about this was, and nobody knows this, I go into the bathroom, because the bathroom at this point, they just started the general session. They were like 5 minutes into opening comments or something, like 10 minutes in. And I'm like,
gone.
I'm like, I'm out of here because I just shit myself basically. And I run to the bathroom and I like take a look and assess the damage. And it wasn't good. Like the pants.
No
pants
saving it?
No. And worse yet, and this is really gross, I had a wet spot on my pants too, so it made its way through.
Oh, wow.
You
had a soaker.
I did. So this is what I had to do. I had to very craftily leave, go back to my room, change my pants.
Anybody spotted you.
Before I literally was dodging around plants. I'm like hiding, like so that the fucking travel coordinators weren't seeing me with my shit pants walking back up to the elevator.
That's where you got to like tuck it hard into the butt, like the pants into the butt cheeks so you can't see the stain.
Oh yeah. So I go back to my room. I proceed to take a Dumb and Dumber style feet straight out Jeff Daniels shit, right? I take a shower for the bottom half of my body, and I'm doing this in like record time because I have to get back there. They're gonna be like, "Where the fuck did he go?"
So
I change my suit because I've ruined my suit pants. I take the dry cleaning thing. I'm like, you have to now. It's the hotel's problem to deal with.
Please burn this.
Right now, I have one, and this is where your mom always has good advice to you. Always bring extra pairs of underwear.
Right.
And I always do. Just not because I think I'm going to shit myself, but this case, that's exactly what happened. So those underwears were gone.
I saw a meme the other day and it said something, and it was like me every day, never shit self. Me packing for vacation. I'm going to shit myself at least 2 or 3 times this week. It's
exactly.
Like a million pairs of underwear.
Dude, so the best part
sticks with you.
So literally the whole ordeal for me, stiff legging to the bathroom to like deal with the shitty pants, and then getting back to my room and showering quickly the bottom half of my body and changing into the new suit took about 15 minutes. Yeah. I was lickety split. So I come back, sit back down, and I don't remember who it was that was sitting next to me, but they looked at me and they were like, "Is that a different suit?" I'm like, I just like played off. They just like were like, all right, whatever. And then it was like back to normal. But dude.
Oh, and you're still hungover though.
Oh, no. And then they're like, we're going to go on a break. Right back to the bathroom to shit some more. I shit, no kidding, through that. It was a 4-hour general session, no less than 6 times. I got up 6 times, and then I went back to my room and I passed out, and I woke up 9 hours later.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's one of the things that like I'm very happy that I was never afflicted with was the drunken bed shits. Like,
thank God.
The people that like get drunk and then shit their pants while they're sleeping.
I guarantee. Listen, I'll tell you what. I would quit altogether. I'm like, this is rock bottom. I shit my bed. I'm going to burn the mattress. I'm getting rid of everything. I'm going to
destroy the evidence.
I have to leave the room forever.
I'm so glad I'm not one of those people. But yeah, the work conference thing sucks, man, because I've had that experience too, where it's just like you're having drinks the night before.
Yep.
You know, you're eating a bunch of random food.
It's always like resort food.
Yeah, and you're just a lot of shit going into your body. Your body's not used to having in your body all at one time, and then top it off with like fucking tequila or something like that.
So inside the Fontainebleau, and this was like almost every night we were there. We had gotten tables at Live, which is like one of the best clubs in the world. Right. And it's in the hotel. So we were doing, like I said, like ridiculous jalapeno shots. It's like, what? Jalapeno? Sure. And you're eating Mexican food stuff. So there's a recipe for disaster happening.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like literally, like there was your ability to be able to like crunch it in because you had a bad slice of Sbarro. There was no this is like it's coming out of you.
That's the thing too, which is just like, that was just one slice of pizza, no alcohol involved.
Right.
It's just like everything else that you added to that scenario was just like, forget about it.
Oh, the night before I was like, yeah.
But then you're like, you're supposed to be learning.
I haven't learned shit. You know what I learned?
You learned shit.
Yeah, no, I know. What I learned how to do is to be very, very crafty, avoiding people.
I just loved, guys. Is that a new? You're like shorts, shorts and like a fucking sport coat.
Again, you got to bring a couple of suits, and not for that reason.
You're wearing swim trunks.
Exactly. Are those jeans?
Man, get out.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just fucking like. I was like, whatever.
We got to spin this wheel, man.
Oh shit!
I don't want to do it.
We got to.
I think each week we should get full veto rights. One person should have full veto rights.
The ability to say no. Yeah. There it is. All right.
Yeah. Can I spin it? You spun it last time and this came up freaking twice.
Yeah. Here you go. Hit it.
And bite.
Nope. Jeez. America. We get to talk about America.
Hey,
again.
It's Memorial Day too. How fitting. That's pretty crazy.
Yay.
Yeah, so we'll talk about some America on the next
talk about
episode.
America. Why not?
We got the scenario.
Baby, yes. However, I think that we need to take a moment and thank a sponsor of some kind.
Okay,
whatever
sounds good to me.
Decide to put in here.
Commercials.
We got to pay the bills. Be back.
But first, we must give some podcast shout outs. These folks are out there grinding every day trying to make it in this ocean of content. And we hope you will support them by giving them a listen, a like, a review, and if you dig it, a sub. Here's a fun fact. While filming the Bond series, Sean Connery often had uncontrollable erections that would require several masturbation breaks so he can get back to the action. I guess you could say the title of Scott and Cam's podcast, Spy Hard, is an homage of sort to the Stiff Scotsman. The pod is dedicated to reviewing all of cinema's great espionage flicks. See if your favorite tale of intrigue made the knock list. Go check them out. If you could stop fantasizing about the image of Sean Connery's rock-hard penis, there is other content to be amazed and marveled at, such as the Amazed and Marveled podcast, hosted by Mike G. I'm calling him Mike G because there's about 100% chance I will butcher his last name. So he talks about, and you guessed it, all things Marvel Universe. Go check Mike out and geek out. And finally, I want to give a special shout out to friend and guest of the show, Greg Stone, who has a new podcast called Friday Night Greg. While we will miss all of the Rad Dudes and the Rad Dude cast, Greg is hilarious, quick-witted, and 100% worthy of your adulation and attention. Go check that out now and make sure you support Anthony DeVito and Brandon Ayer on whatever program they end up on. All three of these dudes are immensely talented, so please go check them out. Go listen, like, review, and subscribe if you dig it. All right. Before we get back to the show, a word about two great local businesses. I said before, and I will say it again, we only throw our love to businesses and charities we believe in. You've heard us talk about F45, One Hope Wine, StickersCanSaveALife.com, and Canvas Design. Now, I'd like to introduce you to Stretch Lab in Collegeville and Soul Joel's Comedy Club in Royersford, PA. As we've discussed previously, I work out pretty much every day at the aforementioned F45, but I'm also almost 45 years old. My body can't take the punishment it used to, and frankly, as you get older, you become more and more inflexible, and that is why I love Stretch Lab. Stretch Lab's staff of flexologists can open up your trouble areas by giving you an assisted stretch carefully administered to your tolerance. As we all know, stretching helps your muscles recover from strenuous activity or heal from injury, so call Jason Guy, that's right, Guy, at 484-209-2400 or email them at collegeville@stretchlab.com. Loosen up and free yourself from pain today. If you're a fan of this show, you're a fan of comedy, and no one delivers comedy in the Philly suburbs like Soul Joel's Comedy Club. They feature both up-and-coming acts and some of the best comedians in the entire country. Louis C.K., Andrew Dice Clay, Big J. Okerson, and our friend Sarah Tolomash are just a few of the names that have graced the stage in the spacious outdoor amphitheater. I'm very excited to promote one of my favorite comedians, Dan Soder, coming this Saturday, June 19th. He is hilarious, and you should go buy his tickets and see him now. When you see him, tell him Digging in the Dome sent you, and also tell him we are all Ryan. He won't look at you weird, trust me. Go to souljoels.com and grab tickets to see the co-host of The Bonfire on SiriusXM Faction Talk 103 this Saturday, support local businesses, and help get America back on its feet post-COVID. All right, now let's get back to the scenario. Okay, we're back. And yes.
Here we go, yo.
Here we go.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Good news, everyone.
Good news.
I like the explosion in the background.
Yes.
So this one was presented by me to you.
Yes, indeed.
So one of the things that I had texted you a couple days ago, one of my roommates from college just randomly hit me up out of nowhere and was asking, remember this question? Do you remember this questions? And I super didn't remember because I did a lot of drugs in college. So I don't remember a lot of things from college, but it got me thinking about like, what if in someone that you lived with in a previous time in your life came back into your life to live with you again.
Like all of a sudden now you have to live with them again, right?
So we had to put some sort of positive spin to it in order to engage this. So the scenario was an old roommate of yours has come back into your life and is moving in with you. And in order for them to move in, they've offered to pay all of your bills and the mortgage payment. So your house is on
free.
The house.
It's free.
But you have to live with whoever was your worst roommate of all time. Of all the people you lived with, the worst, it has to be the worst of the worst person. So they're paying all your bills, but you have to live with this person. You can't you have to engage with them on a daily basis. You can't just hide in the basement from them.
So you have to deal with them constantly.
Yeah, they're going to eat dinner with you. Like you're going to sit down at the table with your family and eat dinner with you. Like you're living with this person.
That's terrible.
So who would that person be? You don't have to name them by name, obviously, but you can blow up whoever spot you want.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. They're not actually living with me. They're not paying my mortgage, so fuck them.
But you're naming who your worst roommate of all time was.
Yes.
2, what did they do that made them terrible? And 3, because of that, would you actually take them up on that offer? Would you actually take the free house, free room? You have all this extra money now.
Yeah.
But you have to live with this. You have to live with this person.
I mean, this is for
as long as you can possibly
stomach it.
Yeah. You have to it has to be at least a full year.
That's fair. That's fair. At least a full year.
A full year.
All right.
To take. So you get a full year, rent free, mortgage free, bill free, electric bill, cable,
this is
all paid for.
A shitty person that's rich.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Basically.
Why are they moving in with me then?
To torture you because they're shitty.
That's right. I'm a monster.
So we'll flip a coin to see who goes first.
I'll flip this time.
And then you have to
choose it?
Yeah, go ahead, flip it.
All right, hold on.
You can flip it because I flipped the last one. Tails.
Heads.
All right, so you get to pick. You want to go? Do you want to go first? Or you wanted me to go first?
I'll let you go first this time.
All right. So I know Jimmy's worried that one of us is going to pick Jimmy.
Are you looking at my notes?
It's not you, Jimmy. Don't.
No, it's not you. You're fine.
So,
I mean, you were on the list. You're on the honorable mention
list. Can I tell a quick Jimmy story real quick?
Sure, you can.
We're not picking Jimmy.
Yes.
Chris, Jimmy, and I live together, just the three of us in Manny Young. Probably one of the craziest years of my life.
Yeah.
For good and for bad. But so I had just started working at Keen. You had got me the job.
Yep.
I had literally been working there maybe a couple of weeks. And we partied all the time.
Yeah.
Didn't matter what day of the week it was. Didn't matter if work the next day, whatever it was. We had gigs. We had all kinds of shit going on, practices, whatever. So I wake up in the morning. I had to go to work. I'm hungover. I'm fucking hungover. Real bad. And I go in the fridge. And I'm like, just let there be a fucking Gatorade or a water or something in here. I have to fucking chug it before I go out the door to work. So in the fridge, it's a bottle of water, 3/4 of the way full. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Thank Jesus. Thank you, God. And I just grab it, rip the top of it, and I just start chugging it. And our friend Jimmy had, for some reason, I don't remember if he had broken the bottle or broken the cap on the bottle or what happened. He had replaced the bottle of vodka that was no longer there and poured that vodka into this bottle, empty bottle.
I remember that.
So that water bottle is now just vodka. And I'm chugging it hungover at like 6 in the fucking morning. And I mean like full chugging, like squeezing the plastic.
Oh God.
Like get into my body. And I had I immediately just hurl all over the floor. Full blown like,
you're like, oh.
So now I'm wasted. I mean, immediate because when you're hungover, like
you just drank
all night and then
pure vodka,
just straight vodka, gunned it. Like I don't know how much, half of a water bottle full of fucking vodka instantaneously.
Not insignificant amount. That's
dude,
several shots.
And then I got to drive to work to a job I just got.
Yeah, you walk into like, you smell.
What's up, Rummy?
Yeah, exactly.
So bad. So that's Jimmy. So that was living with Jimmy. I can't think of a better explanation of living with Jimmy than
that's about
water bottle full of vodka.
Yep. So, that's about right.
Not picking Jimmy.
Okay.
I am picking an individual that I did go to college with.
Okay.
I lived with in the Clove Road apartments, which were the off-campus apartments at Montclair State. So they were like these like shitty like 3-bedroom condos kind of, or 2-bedroom condos. And then you would split the 2 bedrooms with, 2 other people. So like 4 to like a 2-bedroom kind of thing. Yep. So it was way better than living at the dorms. It still was terrible.
Right.
So I'm living there with this, with 3 other people. And this individual's, we'll call him by his fraternity nickname.
Fair enough.
Which was Beaver. Yeah. So, and it wasn't because of his propensity to get it. It was because he kind of looked like a beaver.
Yeah, teeth. Yeah, some choppers that. Yeah. Did he swim around and make dams with fallen trees?
So he was one of the grossest people that I ever. He was funny, I guess, but like he just was disgusting. Like to a point
dirty,
where
just gross.
He was just do gross shit and be gross just for the sake of being gross. He was just
like doing it on purpose.
Yes,
like the booger wall guy.
Yeah, he was that. He's that guy.
That's the fucking guy that's putting boogers on the fucking toilets.
He was disgusting.
Ugh.
So here's the one thing he did, and when I tell you this thing, is immediately the thing that brought him to the top of the list. And you only had to do it once for me to escalate him to the top of the charts. Mm-hmm. So he would shit in the shower and then pick the shit out with his bare hands and then throw it in the toilet.
The toilet's right there. Yeah. Why would you just not shit in the toilet?
Like I said, he would just shit in the shower and then take it out with his hands and then throw it into the toilet.
How did you not fight this person? I would have punched him square in his goddamn mouth. I'm like, if you first of all, leave. Second of all,
this is my roommate.
I would punch him right in the goddamn chops.
Shitting in the shower.
Fuck
so
that.
Then you got to go take a shit-laden shower. It's like
not enough bleach in the world. I would never shower there again. I'd be a stinky man,
dude.
I'd move out.
They at some point had stolen a concrete bird bath and put it in the bathroom, and he got drunk one night and took a shit into the fucking bird bath and shit in the bird bath.
What is wrong with this person?
It was awful, man.
Oh my
awful.
God.
So the shit showerer, or the shower shitter, however you want to, however you want to label it.
Yeah, shit beaver
comes back into your life as like now, and he's doing that type of stuff in my house like every day. Even though he's paying the bills, like would I take that?
Would you take that?
No. I make enough money where I don't ever want to deal.
I'd
with
move into a
again.
smaller house if I couldn't afford my mortgage. I don't want to have to deal with you shitting in the shower again. Yeah. And he probably hasn't gotten any, like if you're like that guy, he still does it.
And you're doing stuff like that as shock. It's like one of those shock value
thing. Oh
guys.
yeah. It's like fucking Steve-O. I mean? Hey, welcome to Jackass.
That's what it was like. Yeah. It's like I go
this is Steve-O. I'm shitting in the shower. Bow, down, 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 down.
It's like, I don't want to deal with that at 45 years old. Hell no, man.
Oh, you probably got even more creative. He shits in the sink, fucking hovers over the kitchen trash can,
he's doing
dumps it in there.
Doing like the fucking Play-Doh Fun Factory, stomp it down the drain.
Oh, fuck, man.
Not dealing with it.
No, I don't blame you. I wouldn't do it. No.
Wouldn't take it.
No. So that's a good one.
All right.
So I had a hard time with this because I had pretty good roommates.
All right.
And I thought to myself, I'm like, does my dad count? Because I would say I wouldn't want to live with him again.
I mean, you can't pick your parents.
Yeah, fuck that.
We talked about the ghosts of our grandparents haunting our house.
Yes,
we don't want to deal with that again.
No. All right, so I have to go. So if I have to pick one, because I didn't have a ton of like besides.
Dad.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I didn't think about that. He wasn't technically a roommate though. He just kind of lived here for a few months while he was getting his house built. It was few too many months, but that was enraging. If it was like, so yeah, I mean, like it actually changed my mind because I had my original pick was my buddy, and I don't mind saying his name is Jan.
Jan.
I loved Jan too, yes. But with a Jan comes a Becker.
Oh yeah.
So if
we talked about Becker,
we did because we talked about he put an ashtray into a microwave for like 80 minutes. Oh, that's kind of cute. No, and that wasn't the only thing he did. He did things. He's like that guy, the shower shitter. He did things just to purposely fuck with things, like like he'd fucking put like a piece of paper in between your ham slices in fucking like why? He's like, just fucking with your stuff, guy. Becker. Like, but now that you mention it, because I do love Jan, and it's not him, it's who he would attract into the house.
Right.
Plus, he was the one thing about Jan, I'll say, and I do love Jan. If you're listening to this, Jan, he was very much like a Birkenstock granola kind of dude.
He was a hippie.
He was Estonia, and in more than one way, like he was just always burnt, But he was a good dude. He was like, but he would attract Becker, and that would be the problem.
When I lived in Bucks County in Newtown, and I went to the Acme one day, and I was checking out at the like self checkout, and I texted you. I'm like, you're never gonna fucking believe.
Oh, that's
this.
right. You ran into Jan.
Fucking Jan, right? And Rowan isn't close to Newtown or Bucks County. It just so happened that we both lived. I hung out with him a bunch of times.
Yeah,
like I went to his house and everything. Like he was at my house.
Like I said, Jan,
great guy,
fine.
Yeah,
Becker, not so much.
Yeah.
But now
there's certain people that are cool to hang out with,
right?
But not
living
cool
with them,
to live with.
Yeah. I mean, like there was between Roman and Jan, our house was several felonies.
You would pick not living with Jan over not living with Roman?
Well, Roman
was a psycho, man.
And he was a psycho, but he was
His
clean.
car didn't have a back seat.
That's true. But I'm not driving anywhere with him. He can drive wherever he wants with his fucking 3 seats. I don't care.
But I mean, your roommates now. He's going to the groceries, driving you to the grocery store. You got the kids in the back seat.
Sam just fucking hanging on to the fucking frame.
You'd rather have that than fucking Jan. I mean, Roman always had drugs.
Yeah, that's why he was great.
And he had Nintendo 64.
That too. See, now you're making all the positives.
Exactly.
The one bad thing, I'll put some cardboard down. No one's falling out of that. No, but now that you mention it, yeah, I didn't even think about
Colleen's dad.
Colleen's dad. And this, again, I'm 100% sure he's not listening to this, so I don't really give a shit. But again, this is a parent now living in your house as a roommate.
Yeah.
And the things that you would expect, because it's not like we're asking him to pay rent or anything like that. We were doing him a solid, like, your house is being built, stay here. And so he actually had what is now Allie's room. And man, he just made weird noises all the time. Like he's like old man. And it was like every 2 seconds. And he still does it. It's like, that's why I can only tolerate like a few hours of them at a time, because he's going to make those grunty weird noises. But I remember
nails on a chalkboard for you.
Oh, fucking brutal. And it was the funny thing was, the not funny thing was, like, I think that Colleen became super intolerant, like way more intolerant of him than I would.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, she was just like, fuck this, get out of my house. How long does it take to build your home? But yeah,
he's just like sleeping in a sleeping bag in the frame of his house.
Yeah,
Colleen couldn't take it anymore.
Well, no, eventually he got out of here and then moved into his house eventually, and then eventually sold it and then moved somewhere else. But bottom line is, like, he wasn't a messy guy, but it was just like his presence just there.
Right.
And he would like, you want people that, like, if I'm doing you a solid and you're like staying, like, offer to do things.
Right.
Like, and it was just none of that. It's like, I'm going to live here. I'll just be here.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. So you're just like furniture, basically. Like, I'm cleaning up after you and making you dinner.
It's just like having a much older, much larger child.
Yeah. It was a retired mooch. That's what I had. So if you're asking me, would I be okay with him moving back into Allie's room and paying the mortgage? No, I would not. I don't care how many bills you're paying. Like you said, I make plenty of money. I can afford my own shit. And if I couldn't, I would move into a smaller house rather than have you grunting around my house and not doing things.
What would it take? So in that scenario, presented with the person, we have our person.
Yeah.
What would it take from what if it was like a scenario where it was like, all right, they're going to buy you a house. Let's say they hit the lottery. I'm going to buy you a $2 million house, like right on the beach in Stone Harbor or something like that.
All right. Now we're talking.
But I have to, but you have to live with this person.
$2 million house. My guess is I've got distance, right?
Several rooms. All
right.
I mean, would you, in that scenario, would you
different story
live with that person?
Well, probably
if you're in this
only
huge palatial mansion.
Well, because it's a huge palatial mansion. Like, it's not like if you said, hey, but part of the deal is you have to like be around them all the time when he's grunting about. Like, then I'd be like, I don't know.
With them occasionally.
Dude, there's a beach right there. I'm going to go outside. I'll put on AirPods. I'm not going to listen to you grunting around my house. And I guarantee you, if you have a $2 million house, we probably have some people to help clean the house up and stuff like that. So it's a different story. Yeah. But in current state,
in closed quarters.
Like, close quarters, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, I have no close quarters. Like, I'd have to have distance.
Yeah. Like, I live in a... Like,
I'd have to live in a wing, and then you could live in the other wing. That would be fine.
I agree 100%.
Would you shower shitter? You'd be like...
Well, if we like, had like a fucking Jersey Shore type house, I probably still wouldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I just have these like flashes of like what it would be like to
That's a nightmare.
To live with like, the situation and Snooki and all those people like that all the time for all eternity.
Yes.
Like for a full year, you have to live in that type of environment. Like, I don't know if I could do frat bro roommate for a full year, regardless of the value.
Imagine
of that.
Oh my God. It's like back in the day, even it was annoying. Now it's like, I just want to go to sleep. Will you shut the fuck up and stop shitting everywhere? Please.
It'd be like living with Jeremy Piven from PCU.
Yeah. Go to sleep. He starts doing
jumping off the fucking.
I'm definitely putting that clip in.
Yeah. Isn't that your old freshman roommate?
Oh, yeah. Randall P. Byrne McPherson. I wonder what brought him out of hiding.
Must be a Klan meeting.
Yeah.
Damn, look at him. Must have been hellish living with that guy for a year.
Oh, come on! Go to sleep! Go to sleep! It's time to go to sleep! Oh, my God! Get away from me, you freak! Stay on your side!
Total nightmare, man.
Jumping off the fucking
That's
dresser.
so fucking funny. David Spade with his fucking retainer in.
So good.
Oh, God.
Shit.
That was a good one.
Thanks,
Damn.
man.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, dude.
Cleanse the palate.
Yes. Stinko de Mayo.
Stinko de Juno.
That's all right, though. I'm cool with that.
Actually, at the pace we're going right now, it's probably going to be July.
Stinko de Julio. So, the social media universe went ablaze after the first one. We got a lot more votes.
Yeah,
this
we
time.
chastised them. That's
Yes,
why.
Kevin bullied them into voting. So did I.
Sure did.
And I'll tell you, man, like some of these were pretty nuts.
I'm
Like
nervous,
I'm
man.
really
I
surprised.
really am nervous because after the Instagram votes that I tallied, I was very concerned with my staying power in this draft.
Yeah.
But because it had seemed as if Chris's picks were basically putting me in a position to where I would have no picks left. Were it not for the mighty Nickelback, and in Instagram votes, at least as we are said on the previous one, I don't know what the results are.
I got them in front of me.
We're going to go through this together. So I'm hoping I have at least one that is stuck around to get to the Elite Eight.
I'll tell you, man.
Internet gone mad.
What?
my other Chet Hanks.
Internet gone mad.
Yeah,
Internet's gone mad.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what he's saying.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Stop polluting Stinko de Mayo with
I'm sorry.
Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks rules. All right. So we'll start off in our top left bracket, which is music. And we'll go right into, these were two very, very close matchups. We're talking about like 2 or 3 vote difference.
Right.
So we'll go with Nickelback versus the Pussycat Dolls. So
it's not Nickelback.
by a vote percentage of 55% to 45%, the Pussycat Dolls beat Nickelback.
No.
By 3 votes.
No.
Nickelback.
No.
Again. Somehow
they get knocked out. They got knocked out by Hanson last year or something like that.
People, I don't know.
No, it wasn't Hanson. I don't remember. That's
so
bullshit.
It's consistently, they don't like guys that sing like pussies or Pussycat Dolls.
Fighting mad right now.
I'm sorry. It's what happened.
Well, then
Wow.
I need a comeback here. I need some mouths.
Mouth.
I need mouths to be smashed here.
Yes. So now we go to and so first of all, I was stunned.
Yeah, I mean,
the
Pussycat Doll sucks.
The Twitter votes and the Facebook votes are what did it.
Okay.
Like by a mile. Facebook votes crushed Nickelback.
Right.
They just
Again,
picked
we talked about how Nickelback is like the Yankees of everybody making fun of them. Yeah. But if you had, gun to my head, if you were like, oh, you have to put on a Nickelback album or a Pussycat Dolls album and listen to it like for like a full car ride. I mean, I'm taking, Nickelback for sure. Like,
it's gonna be bad no matter what.
Gonna be bad. I mean, I could still be like halfway through, I'd be like, "This is how you remind me of what I really." Yeah, I'd be all like, I'd have to. But
I'd jam pencils in my ears.
Oh, Pussycat Dolls. I'd veer off. I would drive into a goddamn bridge embankment.
Oh yeah, dude. I'd fucking Dukes of Hazzard in my fucking car into the forest.
I get it.
Totally get it.
I'm not happy about it, but I get it.
Yeah. All right. So that's that. All right. So now going to music again.
Creed versus Smash Mouth.
Now this one was even closer than that one.
Come on, Smash Mouth. Give me some of that sweet pep.
Unfortunately not.
God damn it.
Creed wins 53% of the votes to 47% of the votes.
I call shenanigans.
No shenanigans. Facebook and Twitter and actually Instagram, frankly. The only thing that didn't, when I got some votes from people just like saying like, who do you want to go to the next round? Smash Mouth won that one handily. Yeah. But it was, that was rough, dude.
Wow.
But
so I got knocked out of music completely.
No music for you. So it's going to be Pussycat Dolls versus Creed.
Oof.
Yeesh. All right. So, I mean, like I'm not surprised. People don't like Creed. I know people don't like Smash Mouth, but someone actually said this the other day. When I was talking about the Smash Mouth, I was talking to some of our friends from the pool. They were coming to drop Sammy off after she had been playing with their younger daughter. And they were asking about, it's great. People were like, how's Stinko de Mayo going? I'm like, it's going pretty well. And they were like, and they were asking the music category. And I said, it's Creed versus Smash Mouth. They're like, Smash Mouth? What? They think it's an all-star song, right?
Yeah.
Like, I actually like that song. I'm like, I don't like you.
I mean, I get
I
it.
do like you, but
it's a catchy song. Everybody knows it. Everybody like whatever. If you're drunk at a bar, somebody's gonna fucking karaoke it or whatever.
Yeah.
Fine.
Somebody wants.
If you're gonna again put the comparison of you're stuck in the car for 4 hours, you have to only listen to Creed or only listen to Smash Mouth. I'm probably listening to Smash Mouth over Creed
because Creed fucking sucks.
But like, go back and watch the Creed halftime show from Thanksgiving Day 2001. It was the Cowboys game during Thanksgiving Day 2001. It's one of the worst like halftime performances of any sort of like.
So two terrible things going together: the Cowboys and Creed.
Yeah, so
not surprisingly.
Go back and watch that. You'll understand why Creed won.
All right, well. That was that. So we get to move down into TV.
Okay.
All right. So first one we had was Freddie.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze Jr. And by the way, I didn't like before you asked me to like take the clip of the intro. I had not seen the intro of him doing multiplicity.
You put it in the last episode.
No, but I hadn't seen it before you asked me to do it. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's so bad.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's bad. And people have been coming out of the woodworks talking about how shitty Freddie Prinze Jr. is in general. And then My Big Fat Greek Life, as we know, not very good. So let's listen to the folks here in the world of the social media and the when I do that. There we go. No, sorry.
I deleted all the results.
No. 57% of the people said Freddie's worse than My Big Fat Greek Life.
This is what I was nervous about, man. I'm 0 for 3.
Yeah, it's not good. Not a good start. Now, this one's really interesting. So the Trouble with Normal versus Inconceivable was a dead heat.
Okay.
So I'm going to propose we move Inconceivable on because
wasn't Trouble with Normal also
that was a point
tie with
so I feel like just based on the fact that he didn't actually naturally win means that Inconceivable should move on.
Plus again, our friend, and I can't remember her name. I should definitely remember her name, who had the most amazing review and made a dead baby joke.
That alone puts it forward. So
I don't want to take a fucking gimme, but I will.
No, but I don't think it is a gimme because of the reason we said before, because quintuplets in the Trouble with Normal tied. We flipped a coin. That could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Trouble with Normal won.
Technically, we should flip a coin.
We should.
Yeah.
Okay. I will flip a coin.
In all fairness.
All right. Now you got to call it because this is yours. All right. So if you hit this, then
heads Trouble with Normal, tails is Inconceivable.
Okay. It's heads.
All right. Trouble with Normal moves on.
I don't like this at all. All right.
The baby did not make it to term.
No, it did not. It has been ousted. So it'll be Freddie versus the Trouble with Normal.
Oh man, Freddie Prinze Jr. versus John Cryer.
Two cancerous tumors on most sitcoms. Okay.
Oh boy.
So now we go
you own TV and
I have the left side of the bracket.
Yeah, wow.
All right. So now we go into fads and trends. And we had sculpted facial hair versus big mouth Billy Bass. All of these were close.
Yeah.
For the most part. So this was 58% of the votes to 42% of the votes.
And sculpted facial hair.
You are correct.
Ah, damn it.
Sculpted facial hair has beaten the Bass. People looked at that shit and they were like,
getting my bass kicked over here.
Yeah, it's not good. It's bad stuff.
Good Lord.
All right. So now we got fashionable goggles versus Bratz dolls. This one was not close.
Okay. Come on, Bratz.
No, Seth Green has ousted by the way, so Twitter had Bratz winning. Facebook did not. And neither did Instagram. So brackets were even for pretty much even. So
you got fads too. So my only hope is in movies.
So now we go to yet another not close contest: Geely versus Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2.
Come on, man. Come on, babies. Your best shot.
63% of the people said Benifer was worse than Super Babies.
I don't believe it. I demand a recount. This is fixed. We're storming the Capitol.
I got the results right here, dude.
This vote was stolen from us. I am getting my red hat. We're going to the Capitol. I want to see the results.
Even if you just took Facebook,
no mail-in votes.
Even if you just took Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, it was still a 3-vote swing on Geely's side.
Christ.
Everyone liked babies better than Geely, which is surprising because people hate babies around here. Maybe they got inspired by your
inconceivable.
No,
conceiving.
No, you conceiving.
Well, I still hate babies, so it's
that's right. For now, you do. All right, last but not last is Battlefield Earth.
My last chance
versus Justin from Justin to Kelly, and this one was pretty close, 54% to 46. Winner is from Justin to Kelly.
God damn it.
You have been eliminated.
I eliminated the Elite Eight.
I can't believe it. Dude, I gotta be honest. That's what I said. That's when I was like, I should have probably not shown my hand so hard on the TV thing. So I'm like, I really want to just give you one.
No.
To keep moving it through.
Nah, I don't take a gimmies.
All right,
that's crazy, man.
You had good picks. It's just that people hated the Pussycat Dolls more than Nickelback. Surprisingly, I was shocked about that.
Yeah,
that's a difference of 3 votes. Creed to Smash Mouth, a different of 2 votes. A lot of these were super close. Like I said, we had another coin flip, which is like maybe the first time ever. I gotta figure out a better. I guess there's no better way to break a tie than to flip a coin.
Well, I mean, the only other way that we could do this is to reseed them.
Yes.
Which would basically guarantee that each one of us has a pick in the finals. But yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I'll take it. Run it down.
All right, so this is what we got. We've got these are fucking ridiculous matchups.
Creed, so you win. You win Stinko de Mayo by default. So as a result of Chris's win, he has to pay the $50.
I don't remember agreeing to that. That's some bullshit. All right, so Creed Pussycat Dolls versus Pussycat Dolls. That's a 3 versus Pussycat Dolls versus Creed.
Okay.
What'd I say?
You said Pussycat Dolls versus Pussycat Dolls.
Pussycat Dolls, Pussycat Dolls, Pussycat Dolls.
Turn the Stinko music down a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
It's fucking blasted in my ear. Turn that shit down, dude.
I did I? Oh.
Hey, all right. You fucking talk.
All right, so now in the TV bracket, we have Freddy versus The Trouble with Normal.
Mm-hmm.
We've got in the fads and trends, sculpted facial hair versus fashionable goggles. I don't know what the fuck you guys are going to do with that one. You might have to flip a coin. Those are both pretty terrible.
I'm going to flip the table based on these results. Fucking furious.
I was stunned.
Furious over here.
The internet gone mad.
Hey, cook these books.
Did not. I would never do that. Because it would be more fun if you were in it to the end. I wouldn't have done that. Geely versus from Justin to Kelly. Lots of bad. So there has to be a victor. We'll put the post up for the votes and find out how this all plays out and then get to our final 2 so we can
hopefully it won't take Chris 2 months to put this episode out.
This episode will be out pretty quickly. I still have to edit the last one we did and get that out this week.
Got them in the can. Keep putting them in the can.
Got to keep putting them in the can. I wish that my shit stayed in my can from that.
Man. Well, my picks were shitty.
They weren't shitty. They were not. They were good. They just didn't beat mine.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's what happened, but.
You were rue this day.
I don't know what I did.
No, I meant the fans. I meant the fans.
Oh, okay. About to say I did nothing. Oh, evil Kevin.
Be destroyed.
Fuckers.
I mean, I don't think that you're going to endear yourselves to
next
the fans.
year. We're coming for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Stinko de Mayo 2022.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about like the next time we do this Stinko de Mayo. I was thinking like what years we should do for the next. We just move it up 5 and do 2010.
I mean,
2005 to 2010.
Might as well.
You know, or 2010 to 2015. If you do it a little bit closer, people might actually know what TV shows there are because everyone's like, I don't remember fucking Trouble. Actually, more people than I expected remembered Trouble with Normal. Like I was like, I didn't remember that show.
Me neither.
Yeah, someone.
I'm going full on name recognition and super specific. Fucking facial features that people didn't like.
You were chastising me. You're like, dude, you get deep. I'm like, I'm telling you, if you get very specific, people are like, I hate that. Man. When you get too broad.
We're going to do the 70s and be like giant bushes.
It's just not being my Stinko de Mayo. I mean, giant. Yeah. Like out of control, like well trimmed. How do you feel? Just a good question. Like, no, scorched earth. You're like, you just nod your head.
No, thank you.
Scorched earth. Yeah, what was the Chappelle thing? He goes, you didn't just trim the hedges. You done scorched earth. That was the Trading Spouses.
All right. Play your music. Play your Stinko de Mayo victory music. Well.
Yeah.
I'm super sad now.
I'm not.
I'm going to go drink some Memorial Day beers in memoriam of my
Stinko de Mayo picks. Well, this was a fun episode yet again. Well done, my friend. And we will get Kevin is so mad. We will get the
what do you mean if you got eliminated at the Elite Eight? It's like I'm like fucking North Carolina coming in and fucking Dean Smith and
North Cackalax
get like waxed by fucking
Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina got your ass, got in that ass.
Oh shit!
Texas A&M fucked you big time.
This is bullshit.
Well, until next time, Kevin. I'm glad you lost.